Hello, this is Davide Biocchi speaking, and this is my weekly intermarket analysis. Let's start with the euro dollar that, as we can see, is from more than 1.5 years in the same sideway that goes from 1.045 to 1.125, and recently was, let's say, very close to the level of 1.12, 1.117, and let's say is still moving in a sideway. This is something that we can consider the sideways, so around 1.10 to 1.118, and this is the market moving in between this area. We remain here. Well, it seems the market is going to test the support area here, and if the price will remain above, we can consider the possibility for the trend to continue. And because of this, let's switch immediately to another currency pair, that is the US dollar Japanese yen. The market tested, let's say, fully tested the area around 140. That is a main support here. The next level will be 137. That is again 0.5. That is again a very interesting area. The market reacted while testing this support, and right now we are in between this level up and down. So there's the possibility that the market will continue this sideway, and if the carry, let's say, the situation are connected with the carry trade and giving the money back in a certain way will continue, okay, we will see the market moving here. Let's see what is going to happen. From currencies, let's switch to commodities, and very interesting is to look at what is happening on the crude oil. The crude oil is reacting, especially because of the situation that we have in the Middle East with the Iran that is getting into the conflict, okay, and let's say with the strikes to Israel, and so the situation is really in a full escalation. So let's see what is going to happen, and in the case, I think that the price of crude oil can continue moving up and recovering. We are coming from a period of, let's say, more or less 1 year, where we have seen only decreasing maximum here. So there's a lot of decreasing maximum in a row. We have now the possibility to change the environment and to go for an increasing maximum. So it will change, let's say, the idea. So it's very, very interesting. But it's also interesting to see that the gold is still very close to the all-time high, the record high up there. We have seen a price around 2,700, and some analysts are already, let's say, telling that the potential target could be 3,000. Obviously, I'm not the one to say it will go there. We don't know, but for sure, the interest of investors for the gold is really visible here. So sometimes the market need to get a rest, need to stop to create the classical flag, and maybe later continue. So let's see if the market will create a flag and then continue moving up, so reacting. That will be a possibility for a buy. Otherwise, if the market will go really more down and down, maybe we can potentially see even the test of, let's say, in a row, 3 different kind of support that we have clearly here in the chart. Just to continue with the commodities, let's also have a look to the copper. The copper future was really doing good and did a full test of the area, resistance area that is up here. Then the market come back. So there's an area here that can work as a support in between these two levels. And if the market will come back and test this area, that could be interesting to monitorize it. Okay, so very interesting situation. Let's switch immediately after to the stock indices, and let's start with the European Euro Stock 50 that after testing, let's say, the level up here, then was, let's say, rejected, and the market is coming back. So the area of 5,000, let's say, 50 more or less will work again later as a resistance, even if the real resistance is the area of 5,080, okay, that we can visibly see here. For what concerns Europe, The DAX is doing better than the Euro Stoxx 50. There was a new all-time high here around 19,500, and the market now is doing a pullback to the previous resistance, to the previous all-time high, now support. So the area around here, around 19,000. So 500 below the new top that the market did recently can work as a support. Let's see what is going to happen. And could be very interesting. The situation in US is different. The Nasdaq is weaker than the S&P 500. We will see later. The S&P 500 is already on new all-time high, but the Nasdaq is not. So the Nasdaq was able to go above this level of resistance, but unable to maintain it and to consolidate the price, and now is again below. So there's a quite interesting situation to go through. And finally, let's have a look at the S&P 500, the most relevant global equity index. So what did happen here? Well, there was recently the breakout of a previous all-time high. At the third attempt, the market was able to move up. Was not so fast, was not so impressive, the movement. And the market was trying to consolidate. And now in 2 sessions, we have been already today, let's say, on an attempt to touch the support and to test the support. Let's see if something will go good, let's say in this sense, but in case of a price below the level of 5,670, in this case, could be better to, let's say, to select a price that can work as a stop loss for the one that are long. So this is all for this week. Thank you very much for being here. Davide Biocchi from Italy. See you soon. Bye-bye.